Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another predictions video, and in today's video I'm going to be predicting the Dubois versus Rodriguez fight. If you're new around here though and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like video, and let's get straight into it. So going into this fight, Dubois is 7-0 with 5 KOs and Rodriguez is 22-6-4 with 9 KOs. This fight is for the IBO World Lightweight title. Dubois' last fight was a win via points versus Ascano, and Rodriguez's last fight was a draw versus Maselli. Dubois is 22 and Rodriguez is 31. This fight is in Dubois' home country of England. Rodriguez has fought at super featherweight, bantamweight, super lightweight, featherweight, super bantamweight, and now is fighting at lightweight for this fight. Rodriguez's losses have come versus Cruz in 2018, Garcia in 2013, Villalobos in 2011, Perez in 2010, Rodriguez in 2010, and Lieja in 2009. So yeah, more about what I've just said there. Of course, is for the IBO title. This is the first world title fight for Dubois. It is a step up for her. It is a fight which is one which she's been calling for the past few fights now, and she's getting this opportunity for a world title, even though it isn't one of the major ones. It's still a world title nonetheless. Last time out was a dominant victory for her. It was another classy performance where I believe she got knocked down as well. It was a very dominant performance. Rodriguez's last fight was a draw. It was a draw which nobody really expected against one of the top level women's fighters at the moment around the lightweight division in Maselli. Rodriguez has been known in the past to be able to get draws in fights where she maybe hasn't necessarily on paper been seen to be able to do that, but she can cause an upset, and she's going to be coming in with that mentality of probably with an underdog mentality, and she's experienced this before and been against the odds before, but she's managed to maybe not necessarily succeed, because a draw obviously isn't a win, but she's been able to find successes against opponents in the past where maybe on paper she was already written off. Dubois, of course, is the much younger fighter, 9 years younger. It's definitely going to play a factor, that youthfulness about her, but might also play into Rodriguez's hands with the more experience. Of course, she's had a few world title fights herself. They've not necessarily all gone her way, but she's had them in the past as well. So this is definitely going to play a factor. Sorry if you can see the light right there. Can't do too much about that. Anyway, Dubois, home country fighter as well. Rodriguez fought at loads of weights. It is quite shocking when I was reading up on it how many weights she's fought at, and this is another weight to add to the collection. Maybe she's just necessarily not ever found the weight which she's most comfortable at. Or maybe just more opportunities come at different weights with the women's division and everything not being too stacked at the moment. Maybe she's just wanting to keep moving around to get the best opportunities, which I won't blame her. Of course, she's had losses in the past, not one since 2018 though, so it's been a while since she's had a loss, and then before that 2013, so she's had one loss in 10 years. It's not necessarily bad. It was just a rocky start to her career, which started all the way back in 2009. So when I talk about experience, she definitely has that experience as well. She did have a little bit of time out, I believe, past 2018 anyway, since 2018. So there's been not too active for her, but either way, it's still been impressive that she's been able to rack up a few decent results, even if draws are still decent results, really. Dubois is a fighter, though. She's aggressive, she hits hard, she's fast on the front foot, she's pressure fighter, she changes levels well, she'll punch through your guard, she's accurate, controls the centre well, she's strong. She lets her hands go, and she does have some very dig-in shots, some dig-in body shots, which is something which are really nice to see, and you can tell that they are ones that really do hurt, and she'll have all the pressure on her. That's going to be another thing which maybe she's not necessarily faced before main eventing, with all the eyes on her. It's going to come with the added bit of pressure, and it's something which every fighter, if they want to get to the top, is going to have to deal with for the first time, and Dubois is going to have to deal with that now, and it'll be interesting to see how she does deal with it. But she still has that kind of speed, that power. It's something which not loads of fighters have. It's the speed and power together, and it's one of the best combinations that you want, and the best combinations of any fighter. And it's impressive the way that she does put shots together and does change levels so well and so fluent. It's very nice to see, and she looks quite composed, quite confident in everything that she throws, and it's nice to see. Negatives about her: she keeps her head on the line a bit. She can be hit when she plants her feet. She's got a weak guard. She doesn't use the mid-range enough. I think at times she'll come in close range throw her shots, that's when she plants her feet and gets caught. I feel like if she keeps at more of a mid-range, then she would probably find more success. But she does come inside a bit, possibly a bit too much. She looks a bit off balance at times as well when she does come on the inside. She's not really been on the back foot before, so if somebody is going to put her on the back foot, which Rodriguez could do, then it would be interesting to see how she deals with that. And she doesn't really use, she does do too much a bit at times. I think she does sometimes do a bit, force it a bit too much, which is something which comes with experience and comes with time, but it's something which is not really necessarily something that you want to do. Rodriguez as a fighter, of course, she's more experienced. She's got good fundamentals. She's got a controlling jab. She's tough. She's aggressive when she wants to be. She changes levels well. She's got a good uppercut. I'm a fan of her uppercut. She can also control the tempo as well. And if Dubois fights Rodriguez's fight, Rodriguez could possibly come away with successes here. Rodriguez, with her experience, could make Dubois fight her fight, and that's something which Dubois really doesn't want to do, and something which you see happen quite often when fighters have this step up. They end up fighting the opponent's fight, and then it becomes rocky, and that's when you find success. Don't find success if you're the home fighter. Dubois is going to have to really put it on her from the start and get go, and just really pile on the pressure, and that's when Rodriguez might suffer a bit. Rodriguez's negatives: she's not as fast, she's not as powerful, she's not as good defensively, she doesn't have that good defensive movement, she does get pushed back, she can look a bit tense at times, she does stand upright a bit as well, she's not amazing in close either, she's got a bit of a low guard and she can tire out as well. So there's definitely things there to see which Dubois is definitely going to be able to capitalise on, especially with the speed of Dubois. She can definitely pile together some good combinations, but also got to be wary for Rodriguez's combinations as well. She's got some good combinations and she can turn up the tempo when she sees possible openings or weaknesses, and she can turn it up and can use her own, and that's when she looks the most impressive and has gotten the wins from doing that in the past. And she does hit somewhat hard as well, maybe not quite as hard, but she definitely does land shots of intent as well. Dubois is the favourite for this fight, and I think that Dubois will win via TKO in round 2. I would really like to see her just come in on the front foot, maybe a little bit reckless, but just come in, stand in the middle of the ring, stand at mid-range and just pile on the pressure. And I feel like if she does that, then there's definitely a chance with the speed and the power. She might get hit a bit, and it might not be the best of game plans coming from me, but it's something which, if she wants to put on a statement and really show why she deserves a first of all world title, and second of all to be able to main event of fights as well, that's really what I want to see. And then her, in my opinion, she can get a stoppage early on. And then where would she go on to next? Maselli, that's an option. Just mentioned about how she drew versus Rodriguez. She's still a top level fighter and was the IBO champion as well in the lightweight division. I believe she's vacated that belt for this. I don't know, but she's not that anymore. I don't know if the IBO title's with Rodriguez at the moment, to be fair, after the draw. Deriuve is another option, a contender in, I believe, the super lightweight division. Or Monio is another option. She's WBA interim champion in the lightweight division. I don't think there was going to be much of a chance that she actually ends up fighting for the WBA title at the moment. So Dubois could definitely go and try and pick that up. I think there's definitely going to be opportunities after this fight, and this is definitely just going to push her further and further up the world rankings, and of course that's what boxers going to want to do. But I feel like they'll probably go for another non-domestic opponent if they're going to go down that route, because there is quite a few options, to be fair. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you did enjoy. Like if you didn't, like this, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.